It's your boy, Saku, aka Prince. This is finally here. The episode that we've been waiting for. Prince Talks. We are getting rolling. We getting it lit right now. Feel me? We finally out here. Everybody's been asking for it. Y'all wanted it. Finally, y'all got it. I've been waiting to do this shit for a minute. And now we finally here. So here we go. Boom. First episode, Prince Talks. Saku, Diarra. I ain't gonna give you the rest. Y'all figure that out. I'm here to talk about my life, everything. Off the field shit, on the field shit, stuff that I gotta deal with, on the way to making it to the pros, setbacks, everything. We're gonna get into the laughs, the highs, the lows, the cries, all of that. We into all of that. We gonna get it live, And for everybody that's gonna critique and shit, like, yeah, I'm down to listen to that, because we just getting started, we gonna go from here, and then we gonna reach it to the top, bada bing, bada boom, you feel me? You gonna get there. And another thing, because I don't know who my viewers gonna be. We'll figure that out as time goes on. If straight BX, y'all know the lingo, so boom, I ain't gotta explain that. But if it's Carolinas, if it's Ohio, if it's Spain, Gibraltar, wherever y'all at, feel me? Like, y'all know my lingo, okay? 9 times out of 10, if you're watching this video, that means you know how I talk. So I don't even gotta explain nothing to you. Just pay attention, and if you don't understand, read it in a dictionary. Bet. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into this episode. We about to knock it out. So I'm gonna give you a first breakdown of my life, basically, like not too much, but like the basics. So like, my name is Saku, of course. Feel me? Born in BX, New York, aka the Bronx. Cardi B, Remy Ma, Fat Joe, A Boogie, Don Q, all that. Don't gotta continue. Y'all know the history. Y'all know the music. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know what's happening. Feel me? It's the X all day. But yeah, so I was born uptown New York, 224th by Gun Hill, used to be the Ave, and now I moved into the South Bronx. All my Dominicanas, Boricuas, we all over. Feel me? Hey, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo te llama? ¿Qué lo que, baby? ¿Qué lo que? Dímelo, papi chulo. That used to be my nickname, feel me? Whenever I pull up, they're like, ooh, papi chulo, que rico. Yup, that used to be me, though. Yeah, I know my Espanol, I'll be doing my little thing, I'll be doing my thing. Feel me? I do my thing. Yeah, so like, growing up in BX, everybody knows the same old stories. Like, I ain't gonna get into that touching shit right now. We'll get into that later, but so yeah, I grew up both parents, mom and pops, Ivory Coast, France, there you go. That's my mixture, background, that's all of that. And so yeah, basically my life has always been revolved around like soccer, aka football. Let's forget soccer. I'm not even gonna get into that. So I just want everybody to know I'm gonna say football, all right? Because feel me? When I was out there, men's and things, you feel me? In it was on my football things. You get me? Dale. So I was playing football, all my life basically since I was like 7. My dad, he used to play back home in Abidjan. That's the capital of Ivory Coast, Abidjan. Just in case, a couple of you Ivorians is tuned in and y'all say, oh, you didn't pronounce it right. Abidjan. So he played back there, and when he came here, he played a little bit with his homies, but they just played pickup, fun, nothing serious. So growing up, he used to watch it a lot. His favorite team was Chelsea, in London, because they had, Didier Drogba, of course, another Ivorian, and they had a lot of Africans on the team, like Michael Essien, Jean-Obi Mikel, they had some French guys like Makalele, feel me, all that. So that's where, my love for Chelsea always, no matter what anybody says, bro, I will love that team till I fucking die. Feel me? That's my team, the Blues all day. That's what we rep. That's all I rep. So because watching them, because I watched Didier Drogba for the first time, I forgot which game it was, but it was probably it was like an FA Cup game, I remember, and he scored like I think he scored a brace or something like that. And I was watching like, damn, this guy is freaking good. He's so good. So I've always tried to model myself after him, even though it's a weird term. So with that being said, I'm not gonna get too much into idols and stuff like that because I'm pretty sure in the Q&As that's where some of those questions came up with. But yeah, so like I've been playing since I was like 7, gradually playing in all of the local areas like in New York, in the Bronx, Westchester, and then eventually moved on to high school. Well, I went to high school for 4 years, Cardinal Hayes High School, located 650 Grand Concourse in the Bronx. Feel me? That's the Ave, big 650. That's where it's at. I ain't gonna lie, it was tough, but like got through it. Played. We only had one team, varsity team, so played that, and also ran track. Track and field freshman year, sophomore year, and like first, I think like I only ran winter season and junior year. So when people ask me about speed and stuff like that, that's basically where my speed comes from. My dealings in track. Shout out to Coach Joe. That man worked us out. Like no cap. Like that man is a freaking beast. Like that's a coach right there. That he ain't gonna take no bullshit. He gonna work your ass. So it was tough. Yeah, running up them hills was no joke. Feel me? But it got me to where I am today, and I'm forever thankful for that. So now after high school, finally stepping into college world. The college atmosphere was a movie. Alright, so we're gonna jump into freshman year, entering Notre Dame of Ohio. Lovely. Before that, let me shout out my guys, and I'm afraid I'm gonna miss out on some guys, but I just want you to know I do not want you to take it personal because I had a lot of homies out there. I still talk to this day. Like I'm just gonna shout out my guys, like shout out my boy Armand. Feel me? 205. That's the homie right there, Alabama. My boy Ryan, my boy Javi. Ashton Beanard, Castro, Mexicano Isaac, Mexicano. Shit, my boy Lars, my brother, my basement boys, my family, we got, oh my gosh, you had Willie, you had Mon Petit, what is his name? Leo, no, I said Leo. Yeah, it is Leo. Yeah, Leo, almost forgot you. I got you, I got you. My boy Jan, I'll never forget you. Sammy Morgs, feel me? My boy, who else? My boy Ney Sosa. That's my boy right there. Ivan Vidalkovic. Those are homies. Never forget those. The basement boys, the crew. Feel me? Never forget them. Let's get into some memories right now. Some lit memories that I want to show y'all because those were lit. Those were lit days.
I got diamonds on the way. I got time for no games. Just wanna shine like a chain. Don't they? Come on, baby. Baby, baby. Get on it.
Yep. So as you can see, I was a wild one. Those memories was lit over there in Ohio. But yes, before I forget, one of my homeboys, from Ontario, Canada, Nick, has another one of my boys, out there in Ohio. That was one of my day ones right there for sure. So yeah, now post NDC, now we transfer into NGU, North Greenville University in South Carolina. This was definitely like, a unique experience, to say the least. I ain't even gonna cap. Like, obviously, again, I got my peeps, feel me? Shout out my boy Irvin. Shout out my boy, Fernando. Like, I got more to shout out, but feel me, those we call ourselves the Three Amigos because we transferred in at the same time. But yeah, another shout out my boy Opie. He's the one who helped me with my channel. From Jersey. Another one of my boys. Giannis. Giannis. I'll never forget this guy, man. Another Ivorian, bro. This is like a brother for life, man. Can never forget this, man. My boy Juan Martin Lopez. That's my guy. Graduation, post, bro. That was my homie right there. Feel me? I got others. Is there anybody else? I don't want to forget nobody else in NGU, but those like the main guys I was with like every single day. Those are my guys. You feel me? So I'm get into those memories as well. I'm gonna let y'all rock to the memories I made over there. Again, nothing but a blast. A blast.
Trust issues, that shit made me feel uncomfortable. I should have never made you feel like I was stuck with you.
Good workout. My boy Young Koo.
Yes, sir. Princeton, New York in the building.
Get right.
And that's what I was. That's what I was arguing.
If he calls it and I'm looking through it, then we try to justify it. And if we're wrong, we're wrong.
Again,
That's what we were saying. Okay.
Tough. Feel me? The memories was lit. I ain't gonna cap. The memories was lit. I did a lot of things. So yeah, I'll definitely again. I'm thankful for all the people that I've met, all the friends that I've made from Ohio to South Carolina. And don't think I wasn't in that toto. You feel me? I was doing my thing. You feel me? The Prince was laying a pipe down out there. You get me? I was doing my things. I don't think I was just like just being a square and just not getting no play. You feel me? I was doing my shit. You feel me? I ain't gonna do all that, but I'll just know the Prince was well taken care of. He was doing his thing. So yeah, anyways, back on just programming. So, post college, feel me? So now we're into the world of football. Now it's 24/7. I'm gonna play football and most likely abroad. So now that summer, after I graduated from NGU, now it's just emails, just sending my CVs and highlights all over, see where I could get. And I got into contact with this Canadian agency, and they put me on to this other, head coach or whatever, recruiter that got me into connection with this team in Gibraltar. Now, I know half of you are like, where the fuck is Gibraltar? It's a calm place, nice country out in Europe. It's literally right next to Spain, and not too far from Morocco. So it's literally in the middle of both Africa and Europe. So it's a country that's owned by England. So literally the main language is English, even though majority speak Spanish as well. That was a lit time. I ain't gonna cap. It was a tough experience, to say the least. But again, made family. My day one homie, King Louis. That's my boy right there for life. Did the things that man did for me, bro. I can't even get into the list of things he did. How he helped me out. But yeah, guys, shout out my boys, my England boys. My Ricardos, the Ades, the Albertos. You feel me? That's the gang right there. You feel me? That's the gang. That's the whole gang. So got over there, and it was the first time being abroad as one. So now the talent level, as you can see, that's definitely a big jump from America to Europe. Regardless, even if it's Gibraltar, bro, that's still Europe. That's still a big jump. Now you're seeing guys from England, seeing guys from Spain, you're seeing guys from all over, trying to make it. So now you gotta grind, feel me? You gotta grind. It's a tough grind, feel me? My boys, my penthouse boys, my La Linea crew, John, you got Ed, you got Mustafa, my boy Bryce, you feel me? You got my boy Adam as well, it was tough. All of us in that penthouse, but we made a lot of memories in that house in Rokamar. I ain't gonna cap, fucked a lot of bitches there too. I ain't gonna cap. We gonna keep it real here, bro. We gonna keep it real. So we did all that, we had some lit moments out there in Gibraltar. So then after Gibraltar, so I was there until like December, and then after that, I went back into Spain, and I moved into Estepona, which is it's like a calm 45-minute way from Gibraltar, driving. And then I lived with my roomie Sammy, my boy Sammy. Was lit. Lived right by the beach. Of course, trained with this team in Estepona called Esteponense. It's the 6th division out there in Spain. And it was a good time. Obviously now that was like the hardest time for me in terms of like the language barrier, because now I went from a team that speaks English to a team that's literally only Spanish, like literally only Spanish. So that's where my inner Janito, yo hablar muy español came out. You feel me? I did my things. You feel me? And my famous line that never failed me to all the chicas out there, quiere follar sí o sí. I'm gonna let y'all figure that out. For my Hispanics, y'all know what's up. Y'all can still hit my line. I'm still here. Y'all know what's up. But yeah, other than that, I did my thing. I did my thing. I met a lot of people out there. Overall, it was a great experience. Just being in Europe in general. Feel me? So now, I talked for a minute. I ain't gonna cap. So, and again, for the quality and everything, promise you, as we get on, the more episodes, the more people that tune in, the quality will get better. I promise you. This is the pilot episode, so obviously it's always going to be like the raw type episode, feel me? Now, we're going to jump into the Q&As, because I'm glad that y'all actually, hit me on this one. So, and some of y'all did write some stupid shit. Fernando, Jaden, yeah, stupid niggas. Don't worry, but those are my guys. Those are my guys. All right, so the first one I'm gonna read from is my boy Chavez, my boy Theo from the Bronx. He's currently playing for Oyster Bay. Keep doing your thing, kid. We will definitely see you in the summer. He said, why you got the same number as me, number 26? I assume you're talking about the jersey number I was playing with in Gibraltar. The number was 26. I ain't gonna get too much into that, and the Gibraltarians know why. I'm not gonna get into too much into that legal issues, but yeah, everybody knows. I definitely rocked it better than you, Dale. Just tell the truth. I rocked it better than you. Like, that shit fit me best. I'm the best 26 you'll ever see in your life. Alright, Fernando. Now, after skipping over the stupid shit that you commented, you did say, what motivates you? That's a good question. Honestly, as you can see, I'm still in the fucking Bronx right now. That's what motivates me. Getting out of here. Now, so I just want you to know, fucking love it here. Like, this is home. I was born and raised here, so this will always be home. But I gotta leave. Like, time to make it out. I wanna get into a house. I wanna get into a big, nice house. I want a poolside. I want a driveway. I want all that shit. Feel me? I want to wake up one day and tell my mom, listen, you can quit your job working at night, working in a hospital. Tell my pops, quit your job, Fresh Direct. You're good, you're taken care of. Go to Bora Bora. Go to Hawaii. Go visit relatives and friends. Go to Abidjan. Go visit family over there. I want them to go on vacations. I want them to stop worrying about work and all of that. Feel me? So that's biggest motivation, just family. Like, that's my biggest motivation. Another question. What is the hardest thing on the journey? The hardest thing on the journey is like dealing with setbacks. Because especially as a pro, especially as a player in any level of the game, you're always gonna deal with cuts, releases, and all that kind of stuff. Free agencies. You're gonna deal with the word no, as in, we can't take you, or sorry, you don't fit it, or whatever. The toughest thing is to hear that, no. When you know that you could play, you know that you're not horrible, you know that you got something to offer, but, that's the one thing that you want to, like, really just get rid of, feel me? So, no is a really, like, really, really bad, like, it's like a horrible thing that you never want to hear in your football career, but it's always gonna happen. Like if you look at the top, like the best, like they've all got rejected somewhere. So it's all about just grinding and like picking up that strength to like keep going, no matter how many people are gonna tell you no. Cause bro, look at me, I'm not even gonna lie. Like a lot of people told me no. I ain't gonna cap. A lot of people told me no, and they keep telling me no. It's not the end. There's always gonna be guys that's gonna doubt you, but just keep going. Take their criticism. Like you could tell which one is he's trying to help you and which one is just being a dickhead. Feel me? So like just keep what they say in your mind and just let it push you to get to like farther places. Feel me? Alright, did that one. What motivates you? Your time at university. Alright, my boy Opie. Yep. So like, my time at university, like I kind of explained it, but like, it was definitely unique, because like I said, I went to two different ones, Ohio and in South Carolina, and it was definitely a learning experience because it teaches you like, and it prepares you for like things that you're gonna see. It's like it prepares you for like, different moments, how to deal with different people, how to deal with different cultures. I went from like how do I say this in a most proper way? Okay. All right. So like in Ohio, I'm just gonna be straight up. Like, it was a lot more blacks, a lot more homies, like my guys, feel me? And in South Carolina, you had more the white side, like more of the white population. Feel me? There was still blacks there, but like more of the like, whites over there. And it was like different in terms of styles, different methods and different like, food. I ain't gonna lie, the South food, that shit hit different. To this day, I'm still missing Waffle House. I'm still missing, what's the other one? Cause there's Waffle House, and then there was the other one, I forgot, it was like a late night thing. I low-key forgot what it was called. But that shit was, oh my gosh, that was one of the best eats a boy had, bro. In a minute, I'd go back there to go get some grubs. I ain't gonna cap. Alright. My boy James says, what? Like, I don't know why every time I do these Q&As, like, they always ask me about exes and shit like that. But yeah, that's another thing I was gonna talk about, like, stay tuned, because like, we're gonna have a lot of guest speakers on this, I wouldn't say podcast, I would say channel. We have a lot of guest speakers, and you're gonna see a couple X's pop up, you feel me? So y'all better stay tuned, to what I say. Listen, you might see one X, that, hey, shoot your shot, do what you gotta do. Shit. Like, I'm gonna have a lot of guest speakers out, so James asks, and he's the one that always asks this question too, like, who was your favorite ex? Like, I'm not gonna answer that, for specific reasons, but like, I love all my exes. If you're my ex, I got love for you, and I wish you the best. Now, good thing is I'm not on bad terms with anybody, and that's something that I think you niggas need to realize. Like, ending on bad terms, really, and you having ill will is like, that's too much. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, bro, it ain't work for whatever reason. You cheated, she cheated. It just ain't work out. Fuck it. Feel me? Let it go. But yeah. And let me see. Another question is, who is your favorite player, Austin? My boy Austin. So my favorite player, as you all know, the GOAT, El Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveira, has been OG since I was 7. Yes, I did watch Chelsea growing up, but Ronaldo has been like my favorite since forever. you know, and it was funny and I tell this story a lot because everybody knows, like, you know, my favorite player is Ronaldo, but like I always tell them, like, you know, before Ronaldo was actually Ronaldinho, you know, the king, you know, that used to be like, you know, the guy, because like my dad liked watching him as well, you know, and just watching him do everything was crazy. But so, and this was a time like where YouTube was like just now starting to come out, so he was able to like search shit. So I remember I couldn't spell Ronaldinho's name. Like for some reason I couldn't spell it correctly. So like Ronaldo, like something close to that, and I would get videos of Ronaldo instead. So then that's when Cristiano was on a come up. You know, that's when he was at Man U, his earlier days in Man U. So I started watching videos on him, and then I seen him on the TV. I was like, dang, this guy is actually nice as fuck. So started fucking with him, and have been ever since. You know, he's gonna do his thing in the World Cup. You know. So yeah, there was more questions in the Q&A, but I can't get to all of them because this is the part where they just get a little inappropriate that I'm not gonna bring to my viewers yet. So yeah, thank you for your Q&As. You know, I appreciate all y'all, you know, for the Q&As. I'll do another one, you know, for my next video. So now I just wanna, you know, get into it. So like, you know, basically this is what we're gonna hear from. You know, you're gonna hear life stories, and like I said, there's gonna be guest speakers. So like obviously today, so this is the pilot episode, this is all about me, this is all me, but there's always gonna be guest speakers. There's always gonna be, you know, guys coming on, you know, like not just guys, girls as well. You know, might have someone from Carolina, Ohio, Bronx, you know, Spain, Gibraltar, or whatever. You know, you never know. An ex might pop up. You never know. So alright, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. You know, like, subscribe, do all that, comment. Even if you're a hater and you want to just say fuck you, comment that works. It doesn't matter. Thank you again, and I appreciate y'all. Prince Talks.